What the flippity flap is up, yo? This is the Act Man here, and are you ready for MCC and Halo Reach to collide and make out, baby? I'm a real person. Hell yes, we're returning to Reach. It's happening. Get your pants on. So obviously, everyone has pretty much heard the news by now. And I think this goes without saying, Halo's making a comeback, baby.
Double kill. Tied the leader.
And it ain't just 'cause of the pizza.
Pizza. We'll
Pizza on
pizza here.
Pizza.
It's super
Lots
pizza.
of
We'll
pizza.
give you
Pizza. Also.
Pizza. Bring in the
Yeah, man, this is huge. With Halo Infinite off in the distance, with MCC having a huge update to keep it alive on Xbox One that came out about a year ago, and with Halo 5 more or less slowing down, this was the perfect thing we needed to rekindle that spark. And before you drive your pretty little mongoose sitting ass down to the comments section and say something like, "Oh, they haven't done anything yet, why are you giving them credit? MCC is gonna be a disaster on PC, 343 haven't done anything, Halo should be an Xbox exclusive." Just shut up. Shut up. You know, at one point I was in that same camp of like, oh, 343 sucks, man, they ruin everything. They can't do anything right. Hell yeah, isn't it cool to hate them? Yeah, cool. You know, just super pessimistic about everything. And while it was constructive criticism, it wasn't exactly healthy to only say negative things about something. But no matter how pessimistic I might get, I never once thought or would say something like Halo is dead. Because all sorts of franchises go through the ups and downs. From Star Wars to Time Splitters to Call of Duty, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, Sega. Every company and every business has its highs and its lows. And it's the same thing with art and media. But as long as there's people working on something up and coming, then there's always hope for that next big thing, you know? So if you're at all skeptical about this news, or if you've only got negative things to say about it, you know, realistically, give it some time, alright? Be patient, understand that not everyone hates life as much as you, and, you know, try and look at the positives you might be ignoring. So I want to say one thing before we jump into this, and that's that I really want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this, because with news this big, that hits so close to home, man, you know, respect for the homies, pour one for Noble Six and the gang, but, you know, with news like this, it just makes me super excited to see what you guys think as well. So head down to the comments at any point during this video or after it, leave your thoughts, and I will be down there interacting with as many of you as I can spare time for. And mental anguish, of course. With that out of the way, I'm definitely going to go into some of the nitty-gritty details and some of the side features and everything, you know, the most important aspects I think need to be talked about in a video like this. So, let's update the MCC that was broken as shit. Let's survive in Halo Reach and something our way straight into this. So first things first, I want to take this moment to give those pizza-eating developers at 343 some much-earned PROPS. Props, baby. And I ain't talking about the cardboard cutouts. Simply put, I'm amazed and surprised at what you guys have done here. Technically, you haven't done it yet, but what you're planning to do. And the confidence with which you announced that plan to the public. It makes me feel all sorts of good, bubbly, non-masculine feelings that I don't know if I should be feeling or not. I think every Halo game deserves a place on the PC, you know? They had Halo 2 Vista, but let every elite PC gamer feel the same fucking pain we have with those sniper jackal bastards. Yeah, this is what you wanted, bitches? Yeah, you sit up there on your PC with your graphics cards and you ain't know shit about sniper jackals. Think your mouse and keyboard's gonna help you fight that? Sorry about that. There had always been a lot of speculation that Reach would eventually make an appearance on the Master Chief Collection, and even though I and probably everyone else wanted to see that happen, I never actually believed that 343 would go through with that.
I think there was a lot of doubters out there that
Yes.
there's no way that this will ever happen.
I never actually believed they would fix MCC or give it as much attention as they have. And you know what? I never actually believed how good Halo Wars 2 would be. And here we are, pleasantly surprised. Sketch does offer some explanation for Reach's inclusion.
We're looking at that as, you know, it is the prequel, it's this fictional start of Master Chief's journey.
Yeah.
And he's right. Even though it is supposed to be all about Master Chief, why not? Come on. Why not put Reach in there as well? It has been a blast seeing everyone's thoughts and reactions on this. From casual gamers to the hardcore fans, to people who used to be hardcore fans but have fallen out with the series and now want a reason to get back into it. I mean, YouTube and Reddit and all these gaming news publications have just been blowing up with videos, reaction images, articles, memes, discussions, and most importantly, memes. So it's amazing to see Halo retake the spotlight. An update and a port to PC will no doubt revitalize the community and the fans and the games themselves. Bring it to people who have always wanted to play it. To those who never wanted to commit to getting an Xbox of any kind, or to those who played it at a friend's house in some long-forgotten weekend of afternoon fun. And you know, to me, this is nothing but good shit. I think Halo's decline has no doubt been noticeable by just about everyone, and a large part of that decline had to do with like Halo 5 Guardians and how different it was, how hard it would be for a newcomer to jump into the series with that game. A lot of Halo's decline could be attributed to the way the MCC launched and how it was broken for like a year. And then it had small updates throughout, but would still be completely erratic and unreliable until the very last update, the major one last year. There's been a lot of reasons for Halo's decline. The 2-year gap between Reach and Halo 4. Halo 4 probably should have been an Xbox One launch title, should have come out in 2013 to give Reach some more time to breathe. But what most people seem to forget is just how bad the press was for the Xbox One. Like just how lambasted the whole console was, and every feature it was proposing. Like you all remember this guy, Don Matrick, and his shitty ass.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right.
That was the Microsoft version of,
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
holy shit, so tone deaf. But you guys remember all that? You can criticize 343 for some of the weird choices and mistakes they made, yet you can't forget how the PS4 and Sony basically whooped Microsoft's ass. Thanks. And I wanted to bring that up because it leads into my point about the unofficial launch of Halo Online and the controversy surrounding that. Which, if you don't know about, don't remember, had your thumb up your ass or whatever, a group of modders released a functional altered version of Halo 3 for PC, but the assets were part of an unreleased product that Microsoft was developing and would have launched exclusively in Russia, and the rights and assets belonged to Microsoft. So they sent a cease and desist, which prevented the team from working on it any further. But in hindsight, maybe that cease and desist order was the sign that Microsoft and 343 were up to something. Could be that Halo Online more or less showed Microsoft that yes, there is a huge community and demand for Halo on PC, even if the fans have to make it themselves. Yes, people want to pay for it. Come get your money, Microsoft, it's waiting for you. Sketch, the community director for 343, did an AMA on Reddit, and you can check that out if you're hungry for all the info. There's also a compilation of every question he answered made by the little Moa, so both of those links will be in the description. Props to both those guys. One thing I was asking myself beforehand was, will the El Dorito team help with this at all? Provide mod support, help with the code, transferring assets? I mean, those guys did some great ass work, and it would certainly be good for everyone if their talent was utilized. You know, whether they're paid or not, or independent contractors, or, you know, they just do it for free because they love it. You know, I'm pretty sure 343 was talking to these guys after the cease and desist, and they wanted to partner with them in some way, shape, or form. And from this AMA, it sounds like they are. Sketch even says, "We're working closely with the members of the modding community, including some friends on the El Dorito team, to explore our options for official mod support." But we won't have this at launch. Our #1 priority for launch is ensuring we get each of these core games right for PC, and security/anti-cheat is a big focus. Which makes me so happy, cause like, those guys put themselves on the line. They didn't launch Halo Online for money, publicity, or personal gain, it was all for the love of the game. But all that stuff that happened over 10 months ago, we are now seeing the fruits of those seeds. So, you all got my full support. Shit, I'll do anything I can to help with this too. Which in fact I can do. And you can too. And I can help by shouting out the Insider program for people to playtest the game, give their feedback. And it's a program that 343 worked on with the MCC update, and they're doing it here now. So I highly recommend you guys do this if you have the time. Sign up for it. Not only if you want a taste of what's to come, but if you want to feel like a part of this journey and the work that goes into it. Link for that will also be in the description. If any of you played Halo Online, then hopefully you experimented with the Forge and custom game options, which should have blown you away with how incredible the tools were for that game. I made this kick-ass zombies map on Last Resort, and dude, I never finished Forge maps ever. But something in me changed when I was working on it, and I want to feel that same way with the Forge in Reach, or the Forge on Halo 3 if they update it on MCC. I want to see some kick-ass updates and modding possibilities. The games and maps people made for Halo Online were just unreal. You give that mod support to people on PC, you will see fantastic results. So the question we need to ask ourselves now is, what effect will this have on Xbox One and the MCC population there? I mean, Microsoft, Xbox, and Phil Spencer have all been doing really great things with cross-platform play between the Switch and the One, with Halo Wars 1 and 2 between PC and Xbox, the Game Pass backwards compatibility, and they really need to get some kick-ass exclusives lined up for the console. For every incredible new feature, or program, or thing they introduce, what separates the Xbox from the PlayStation are the exclusives. So that's one thing that still has me concerned. But not concerned enough that I would say, nah, don't launch Halo on PC. But if you think about it, this news comes at a hilariously convenient time when Epic Games comes out with their own store in direct competition to Valve, Gabe, and Steam. And now one of the biggest franchises in gaming that has never been released or playable on Steam, a franchise whose last release on PC came out in 2007, is now getting entirely ported to Steam. Fucking bravo, Gabe and Phil. Bravo. What do they call that in Destiny? That's a power play. So tell us, Sketch, what's the news on Reach?
And we're really excited to bring that to MCC. It's going to get all the treatments that it offers, which includes gorgeous 4K HDR visuals, 60 frames per second gameplay. So that's going to come to Xbox One and to PC.
Wait. Are you telling me Halo Reach is going to be played at 60 frames per second with 4K resolution? Are you trying to get me to whip my dick out right now and lube up? Because that's what I want to do. You know what? Let's fucking... Reach is just going to look gorgeous. I don't know, man. Back in the day, I always felt like that game used to have the most inconsistent frame rate of all the Halos. Good to hear Reach is getting some work done on it to bring it up to speed with the other remastered titles.
So on Xbox, we're actually going to have Reach kind of broken up into two chunks if you think about it. The multiplayer stuff, so that's like our PvP and Capture the Flag and Forge and Theater. That's going to be included for anyone that already has MCC. So that's going to make sure that everyone can play together and have a seamless experience for matchmaking. And then we're going to offer the Campaign and Firefight as a premium digital add-on for those that would like that.
And the fact that they aren't charging extra for it is just so buttery. MCC is going to be a damn haven at this point. Although, if you want the Campaign and Firefight, yes, you have to pay a little extra. But that's really not a big deal because not charging for multiplayer is the way to go because it keeps everyone on the same playing field. And they gotta make some kind of money off of this, so why not charge for the right things? And thank the profits that the original Halo Reach armor customization will be implemented in this PC port and on MCC. One of the more disappointing aspects of Halo 3 and 4 on MCC was their simplified version of the customization. And you guys know how important that stuff is to me. Hey, throwback to my 10,000 subscriber special video. Although the way the armor is earned might be changed, which I am all for because it was just a grind back then, and even though I liked that grind, with the benefit of being able to redo certain aspects of Reach, I think the way players unlock things could, can, should, and will be improved. Forge may see some other improvements as well. Things we had in Halo 5 and elements the modding team for El Dorito came up with. Would be amazing to have the type of custom game options and Forge abilities that we have in both of those games combined. A server browser of course would be epic as well, and I'm sure that's in the works too. There's just so many things to be excited about. And a really cool detail I want to highlight is your progression and progress in multiplayer will carry over to PC and Xbox. So you can jump between the two and not be leveling up two different characters like you would in Overwatch. Nobody wants to earn all that armor twice, you know. I really believe at this point that Microsoft and Phil Spencer are just all about pleasing the gamers. They are all about quality of life. Yes, that phrase summarizes how Xbox is being handled nowadays. Naturally, when a game comes out on PC, you know, there are certain expectations. An FOV slider, ultra settings, yada yada. All that high-tech jazz where gamers can customize their user experience to their heart's content. It'll be interesting to see what types of bells and whistles they add to these Halo games that have never been playable on the PC before. No doubt, I think 343 will be able to deliver and satisfy the community there. If it does like Todd Howard says, and just works. So they are also going to roll out the games one by one, starting with Reach, working their way up, which I think is the way to go. Better to go chronologically than by release date, to be honest. And releasing the games this way is the type of forward thinking they need to avoid another
catastrophe
when MCC initially launched. This way they can roll it out slow and focus on each individual game. Now, to be fair, I am more than willing to surrender myself to the hype on this, and my brain tells me that everything will work out and be perfect and I will be happy and I'll have a, successful marriage with 3 beautiful kids that aren't shit baskets and do well in school and grow up and praise me and yada yada. And that I'll never have to experience another MCC type launch ever again. But I am hesitant to commit to that idea, and I think a healthy dose of skepticism is a good thing for us all to have. Maybe there will be problems with this launch. I can't imagine they could fuck it up anywhere as near as much as they did before. I felt like I just had to say this to keep us all grounded in reality a bit. You know, this really has been quite the journey. From the utterly frustrating launch of a broken, dysfunctional dream project, as 343 has worked to update it, and with the MCC Insider program, getting fan feedback to get this game ready to be ported to computers. What they've done since the game's initial release is nothing short of spectacular. It's dedication to the highest level. That's faith in a product, faith in your fans, and it feels good to be where we are now. This news has created some radical hype within not just the Halo fan base, but the gaming community overall, the way it should be. And I think the last time there was this much hype surrounding Halo was, ironically enough, when Halo Reach was coming out. It's a beautiful type of irony that this is what's going to put the series back on the map until we get Infinite. Halo is making a comeback. There is no shortage of things to be excited about. I will admit it, 10 months later, Microsoft, you don't hate Halo. I know you don't. So, I think that about covers it. Those are my thoughts on this bomb-ass update and news. But what do you think about the MCC announcement? What are you looking forward to the most? And do you think 343 will be able to deliver the things they're promising? Why or why not? Hope you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out. Peace!